he actually worked with our cousin Gene Petty.
Yep.
Early on in your career.
A lot.
Yeah. So that's kind of a neat tie-in. Before you come to work at Petty Enterprises with this crowd,
yep,
you was working with Gene on the
first one with Butch Lindley. Yep, and he was our guy. We spent a lot of time together. Him and Betty and Ronnie and.
Well, he actually was part of the Kyle, you, and the second team here.
Right. Yeah. The very beginning.
But he didn't stay
He
long.
didn't make it long. Yet.
Gene.
Well, what's Gene's whole story? When was racing.
Well, Firestone got out.
You know the Petties can't get along.
The Firestone got out about 79 or 80.
I got
Okay.
Firestone hat right
Yeah, and so, Gene, I mean, we traveled a lot of miles together because you drove everywhere.
Yeah.
Oxford, Maine. He's up there with us. It's all the way in Oxford. Me and Rick Townsend. We had to race, so Butch was going to stay up there because somebody was going to race Tuesday night in Vermont, but we had to get that car back, and the car was already on its way, and we was going to fly up there or something. And we come into New York, and the transmission was coming out of the tow truck. Now, here's me and Rick from Hickory, and we were going across that big bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Rick, we had already decided that we was going to burn this son of a bitch to the ground. We was not going to stop in New York, right? So it ain't going to happen. We're going to run this thing, it just won't go no more. And I'll be dang, we were going down, we were scared to death. I mean, we were kids. Had never been to New York.
Right.
And, I'll be damn, we looked over there, and there was that wood grain Dodge that Gene Petty had. I told Rick, I said, that's Gene Petty. He goes, no way. Yep. And we had smoke bailing out of that thing, right? So Gene, he knew we had trouble, so he got over there, and so he started to stop, and we both said, don't stop, just keep going, because we knew that we'd never get that thing rolling again.
Yep.
And we just kept going, finally got in the rest area, and luckily Gene, he helped us, because I said, of all times, but Gene, that guy was good on tires.
Yep.
Yeah.
He taught us
was a master.
I'm telling you,
Best I ever seen.
he helped us immensely. Just, stuff that he was a racer, and he taught me a lot. Even Harry Gant, if you talk to Harry Gant today, he will tell you, because me and Harry had this conversation a couple months ago. We was talking about Gene. He said, Gene Petty, he was probably one of the guys that made a difference in my career.
Well, that's good.
With his tires, I mean, yes. I go, really? I said, well, I know Tommy, Houston, and Butch, and Harry, was, but Gene, he was amazing, and just Betty, she was a sweetheart, because John,
She still is.
oh yeah, Joan, Butch's wife, I mean, they got along so well, because, man, guy sent me a picture the other day from 1976, and we were at the Snowball Derby, and I tried to figure it out. We just didn't write stuff down then. But that was, going back to looking at the NASCAR records, we run 80 some races that year.
Wow.
To win the championship. And then we went south in the winter and raced Mobile, Pensacola, and places like that.
I never went to either one of them tracks.
Now, during y'all's run on these short tracks and stuff, did you ever run against Gene Glover and Tony and them?
Oh yeah.
Because that's always neat to me that all these people raced against each other. Then they come here and worked to each other. And then they went and raced against each other again.
Yeah, good friends. And,
Yeah.
Tony, he's a good racer. And Glover and,
Kelly Hunt.
Kelly
That's
Hunt.
another one of y'all's
I
B-team
forgot
members.
Kelly.
I mean, God
Smack.
help us if we forgot him.
I forgot about Kelly. Oh yeah.
How can you forget about Kelly?
But anyway,
We did, though.
I thought that was a neat time
Kelly Vaughn.
with Gene Petty, because
Yes, good stories.
he influenced a lot of people, and it's good to
He
know
did.
that he influenced
He did.
others.
That guy, he really, I shouldn't say made Butch. I mean, Mike Laughlin helped Butch and Ronnie Hopkins, but Gene taught. I mean, Butch was a master on tires. Like, what Gene would ship those tires to us. I'd go pick them up at the good overnight trucking company there in Greenville. You used to pass it on 85. I'd go over Monday afternoon, and they would ship that stuff. Gene, he knew what to ship. He knew where we were going, whether it was Nashville or Huntsville or whatever. And we'd go and we'd mount them. And Butch, he'd set those things up there, and he'd size them up and put them in sets. If we was going to Hickory, Langley, it didn't matter. And in his mind, he about like Wiki, he knew which tire to put on.
No kidding.
That's amazing.
And he'd say, "Hey, grab so and so left rear because I need to open the stagger up." And that's Rick, that's what we do. And and Gene, but Gene, he went to about every race we went to with us, and Sam Ard, beat Sam one night down at Myrtle Beach, and we had this basically a wide tire, and because Gene had just heard enough of it, right? And it's like, you remember Wayne Torrance?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, they kind of knew it, but it is a 46. That's the right side tire, but the wide stuff is a 46W. I had a W on it because that's what Jody Ridley and those guys run down south on those late model cars or super late models or whatever they were out. And we take the razor blade and cut the W off of it. Anyway, so Butch won the race, but we stopped and took the tire off, and Gene was standing right there, and Rick, he just took the tire to the wall, and Gene grabbed that thing and just threw it in the hall and shut the door. Wayne Torrance, he was bitching like heck, but nothing happened to it. But what people don't realize, we chased bounty money a lot. We did, because they had a bounty on Sam Summers down at Savannah. So Gene got Firestone to make us a set of tires. They were the right side tires, but they had the left side numbers on them. Like, we run 51s on the left, but so Gene had them up in Akron to put 51 numbers, and we knew what they were. And so Ip and Hopkins, they worked with Sam Summers, and CMC Anderson owned Savannah Racetrack. So they was living the good life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which they should have. Anyway, they come down there and they're talking to us, and Butch said, make sure that number is up. Make sure they can see it, because they're going to come down here. You put the thing up on forward, just, they're your best friend. They're going to talk to you, right? Okay. So they went and they just thought, God, Butch Moon can run these 51s on the right weekend too. That was a big mistake on their part. I mean, we took the money. That's just stuff Gene could do, though.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never thought of that, right?
No.
And that was all Gene Petty.
That's some espionage right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm liking that story because
Yeah.
that's.